Hey everybody, welcome back to Welker Farms. Nick Welker here. So we're in the heat of harvest. Things are moving right along. We're back, and there's still crop to cut. About 1,000 acres of wheat, about 1,100 acres of chickpeas. There's weather coming this weekend, so we're gonna get the wheat knocked out before the weekend. Just got everything serviced. Took a little while. I'm gonna probably jump in Quadzilla over here, and then we're gonna run them out to the field and get to going. Let's roll. Let's go, guys. So this is our Hales fields. You can see the damage here. Destroys all the heads, knocks them down, beats them up. This one was hit multiple times. Once there, once there. The heads are beat, so you can see there's a bunch of kernels knocked out of them. Some of these heads are chopped in half, like this one. And then on the ground, it's just scattered with all the grain. But the problem is, okay, like this one's knocked over. Well, you'd think, well, there's still grain in it, I can still catch it. Well, the problem is when that stem got destroyed, see, there's no grain in that. It never had a chance to finish growing because it severed it. So some of this is like 3-4 bushels an acre, and then some of it up there where it didn't hail is 40 bushels an acre. Pretty amazing, honestly. Things are getting pretty dry out this part in Montana. In fact, actually, my buddy Tony Fast, who farms about 6 hours east of us, has had some horrendous fires roll through that country. Fortunately, none of his crops been burnt that I know of, but he said a couple homes were burnt down, a lot of acres, and I've been hearing of fires all around here too. So it's dry, it's that time of the year. I'm gonna take Big Brute, get him out there, because we need fire fighting capabilities there at all times. So, like always, we'll keep the Brute with us wherever we go. And the reason is, we've got this. That's the fire tamer, remote controlled fire nozzle. Allows me to get up in the action, hopefully put the fire out, whether it's a combine fire or a field fire, or at least keep it under control until the fire department can show up. We have a great fire department. It's just always great to have a machine there on site within the first few minutes of fire, because you can control it then, you can stop a big wreck from happening. I've been getting a lot of comments as to why are we using a grain bagger when we just put up all that big storage on the farm? That's a great question, and I can totally understand why you're being asked. Here's why. Okay, so we had last year 50,000 bushels of grain on the ground, and those big grain tarps that we had, 50,000 bushels was on the ground, and another 45,000 bushels was in our buildings. So our equipment had to sit outside. This year, we're in the same boat, so we're gonna have 100,000 bushels of storage that needs to go somewhere. We built only 70,000 bushels of storage, 70, 75,000, somewhere in that area. So that means around 25, 30, 40,000 bushels, we don't know yet because we're not done harvest, has to go somewhere. So we have another 30 to 40,000 bushels, we gotta put it somewhere. Well, where's that gonna go? We're not putting it back in those buildings because we want that for storage so we can put Big Brute and our big butts inside. That's where the grain bags are coming in. Grain bags are gonna take that extra 30 to 40,000 bushels and keep it out of the weather and safe until when it comes that we can build more grain bins. Those things aren't cheap, guys. Grain bins are expensive. That was a big chunk of money we threw out this year to get our grain storage where it needs to be. And it's actually not there yet. It's just how it is, but we were behind. We're finally making some progress in that road, so I hope that answers your question as to why are we using grain bags? Because we needed to, we had to. Otherwise it was gonna be on the ground or in a building and the equipment was gonna be outside. So that's why.
I'm in the Blue Peterbilt, windows are up, it's getting hot in here, and this thing doesn't have AC. And I feel kind of trapped, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of creepy crawling things outside. Ugh. So compared to our other auger that we have, I really love this Westfield auger, and the reason for is that the backbone keeps it structurally sound.
It doesn't want to droop, it doesn't want to sway, it just stays where it wants to be, or where you set it to be. I also love the hydraulic winch where you can use the drive over pit to lift it up and swing it on in. I love the fact that the drive over pit is actually part of the auger, so you don't have to have another pickup or something else to move the other drive over pit that we had around. There's a few things that I think that can be upgraded eventually, but honestly, why didn't we have this years ago? I mean, when you start getting nicer things, you're like, oh man, what were we thinking all these years? No, actually, our other ones did pretty well, but it is really nice. So we're on the second to last bin over here, and let's go get another load. So a lot of you probably think that we are very talented and hardworking and professionals. You know, we know exactly what we're doing. Well, I hate to break it to some of you, but we're not as hardworking as a lot of people out there. We're not professionals like a lot of people out there. And we're not as talented as a lot of people out there. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to do the best that we can with what we are given. And if something's broken, try to fix it, trying to make it work. And a lot of times we don't do it the right way, so we have to do it over again. But we're willing to do the best that we can. And a lot of times I think people lately have been like, you guys are just professionals, and I'm like, oh man, I do not feel that way, because I make a lot of mistakes. And when we're working on the farm, there's just so many things that go wrong, and well, because we weren't thinking ahead. And but you know, I appreciate the compliment, but I wanted you guys to know that we screw up a lot too. So don't feel bad if you guys screw up and think, oh man, Welkers would be disappointed in me. Yes, I would be. Absolutely. No. We screw up a lot. You might not see it at times, but we screw up a lot.
Peace spine's mine. For at least a couple days. Yeah, good stuff. Put the Montana flag back on it. So we got the FBN Farmer first flag. We got the Montana flag. Case IH flag's in the cart. I got a couple more flags to throw up throughout the season. We'll get there. My left side of my cutter bar just quit working. Let's go investigate, find out what's going on before I ruin something. Yeah, I suppose that could be a problem. I'm gonna break that loose. Whew, good, caught it. I smell rubber burning though, so probably slipped for a little while. Alright. Suppose I better take that out of the field. Old cable off something. Who knows? See all that kind of gray looking land over there? That's what we call scab land. It is borderline worthless ground for farmers. Now, before the keyboard warriors say, well, that's because you guys robbed the ground of all its nutrients. That's because you over fertilized and Roundup killed to sterilize the soil. That's because you guys cut all the trees down and tried to farm that ground and ruined it. No, that ground has been like that since there was ice covering this land. Before the big flood, the ice age. It's been like that ever since. That's shale ground. There's no topsoil. There's shale, literally, who knows how far down underground that comes up and it crests the surface of the soil and goes back down again. Those little shale outcroppings, or whatever you want to call them, it is sterile and incapable of growing any type of crop on it. You want me to prove it? That grass that's trying to grow in there right now, that's barely surviving, has had the chance to grow on that same ground without any human beings messing with it since the Ice Age. So yeah, that's how it is. There's parts of the land around here that are just junk land. We call it junk land because in our eyes, it is worthless ground. It can't feed animals, it can't grow crops, and I don't know anyone that'd want to build a house on it. Just a little information for you there. Enjoy it. That's another piece of shale ground right in the middle of the field. Nothing grows on it. It's kind of got a blue tinge to it. That's shale. It's just the way the glaciers, when they carved out this ground way back when, I don't know how many thousands of years ago, they left all the rock here too. If you guys want to know why our fields have all that rock, it's from the glaciers. You can thank the glaciers for that one. Canadian glaciers came down from Canada, but Canada didn't exist back then, so I guess we can't blame the Canadians. In fact, such a worthless little chunk of ground right there, maybe about 1 acre, that we pile rocks on it, which I actually want to get taken off there because I don't like them there. But not even kochia will grow on that, and kochia will grow just about anywhere. So it's pretty amazing. And by the way, guys, we do have merchandise available on our website, welkerfarms.com/merchandise, or you can go to farmfocus.com, click on the Welker page and check it out there, or it's in the link in the description below, somewhere down there. But yes, there is merchandise available. You guys want any of this Welker gear, hats, wait, no, sorry, that is not a Welker hat. Shirts, this is a Welker shirt. We do have this. This is our custom international 9370 International Harvester 9370 Eagle shirt with the stars and the flag colors and stuff. Anyways, good shirt, really like it. Very comfy. You guys want some, go check it out. If not, that's cool. Just get an old white t-shirt and draw Welker on it somewhere. That'll be almost as good. Yeah, there's another one. Got some chunks of wood, looks like some cable, maybe a hood off a car. Some other items in that pile that were probably there for my great grandpa. I don't know how long ago that stuff's been there, but it's been there a while. All right, back in the crop. So I got to the other side of the field, and this side is what got the hailstorm that came through. It's already thin to begin with, so it's only gonna be like 20 bushel wheat. I'm doing 11 to 12. Looking at the ground here, tons of heads on the ground. That hail just sliced the heads right off. And I bet the heads that are on the ground, if I do pick them up, they probably don't even have any kernels in them. They're probably just shriveled. So yeah, it's a bummer. We collected insurance on this, so it's not like a loss, but still, man, it took its toll here. Oh well, we'll burn through it. It won't take too long, get this knocked out, move on to the good stuff. We still got some good land left. Not a lot, but a little bit of good stuff. It's gonna be nice to do. Ready? All right, go!
Yeah, he's having a busy day. Been gone for about 3 days, and consequently he hasn't been able to do his farm duty. So he's all excited about being back and being able to do that farm duty. Patrol and chase. P and C. All right, let's keep him running. Kobe, want a drink? Let's see. As you can see, he's chased about 3 to 4 rabbits today. I think he's doing the recharge moment. There's quite a bit of straw that I'm taking in. The reason why I'm cutting so much straw is I'm cutting close to the surface of the ground because there are some what they call hangers. When the crop is hit by the hail and it doesn't break it off partway down from the head, it bends it over. Well, depending on how sharp that bend is, it might go ahead and fill out and actually have some kernels. But it can be hanging down fairly low, and so if you're cutting up normal, you probably would pick that up. Most of them I found though are fairly shriveled, so a lot of them were at that part of the time. So anyway, got it emptied, and he's waiting for the other combine, and I'm cutting up and turn around and we'll do that dance again.
I don't know what is going on, but all of a sudden my feeder house is not feeding wheat in. Kept trying, hoping that it would start feeding, and it didn't. Let's take a look. It just might be jammed on this draper here. The cross auger I disabled because I didn't really think we needed it through a lot of this because, well, wheat's pretty easy feeding, but I don't know. We're in some nice wheat right now. I know, I was just like, oh man, hail damage, terrible, yields are bad. And now I'm in 50 bushel wheat, and it's literally a quarter of a mile from that spot, if that. I don't know. It's amazing. So this is good wheat. It's picked up, went from 7, 8, 9 bushel to 50 bushel in just a little bit. So I guess the hail didn't hit this area. But let me pull this out. There. All right. Back to combining. Let's go. Things to do, stuff to see, buttons to push, leg arms to tickle. beautiful moon tonight. Came up just absolutely gorgeous on the horizon. Yields on this field are running 25 bushels an acre because half of it is like 45 bushel an acre. And the other half was hailed, which is like 20 bushels an acre, which that would be more than 25 average. So I don't know how that's working out. But anyways, it's okay. It's not bad, but we're making good progress on it. And we'll get this part done, probably shut down tonight. Get up early in the morning, get going. If all goes to plan, we'll finish wheat before the storm comes, which is in about 3 days. Wish us luck. Let's get this done. I'm going 17 miles an hour through the field right now, road and back. And these LSW 1400s ride so nice. Oh, it's so smooth. Just glide across the field. I wish so badly we could have fit these under our big bud. All right, the routine every night. Empty the combines out, pull up next together, line the headers up, and we always park on the ground with the least amount of flammable stuff that can burn just in case something's hot on the combine and drops on the ground during the night and starts a fire. And then idle them down, let them cool, and shut them off. Grab all our stuff out and head home, only to start it over again the next day, every day, for like a month and a half straight. Gotta get it perfect. Gotta get it perfect. Oh, I overshot a little bit, I think. Wait, nope, drop it down. A little more, match his. A little more. A little more. Yep, perfect. Nailed it. Good night.